I've got a clean-out job and a residency in my area.
Atlantic Highlands is about 3 hours away.
Since when do we take jobs that are 3 hours away from home?
I got a crew down here. We're gonna do a cleanup job at the Edwards Mansion up on the hill.
The Edwards Mansion? I didn't know they sold that place.
Didn't you find it strange that they didn't get a crew from around here to clean out that house? Everyone from around here knows the history of that house.
You know, I've always wanted to see the inside of that house. I think maybe you could bring us back with you to take a look around.
We've heard stories about that house. Why would you want to go there?
What lives here?
Evil.
You go, boy!
I don't care about the top 10, the top 5 of who the best is. Money straight, my fam straight, I'm George straight, that's Texas. Angel wings on a Lambo, praise the Lord, that's a blessing. Bentley truck like Lex Luger, yeah nigga, I'm flexing. I'm Richard Sherman, I back it up. Angel mama, I stack it up. Hey Poppy, yo Gotti, swear to God, I rack it up. Still Jersey, that's all day.
You go, boy!
Oh, yeah.
Yo. Give me some applause, Marv. Give me some drops too, man. Yes. Thank you guys for coming. Appreciate it. This is his favorite part. Mad scientists back there. It's your boy. You go, boy. Yes. Welcome to episode 40 of the U-Goboy Podcast, live from Bravery Studios. We're gonna get right to it.
You go, boy.
A historic, illustrious episode 40 of. Can I get my drop one more time? Like that's my voice.
You go, boy.
That's
you.
That's it. Yeah. Narcissism right there. It's fine.
Silky smooth.
Oh man, got some heavy hitters in the building. This is a celebration episode right here. I told you guys a few episodes ago, I was fortunate enough to be casted in an independent film, my second film of 2023 when we filmed What Lives Here. I'm here with the director of What Lives Here, Troy Burbank, and as well as the stars of What Lives Here, Mr. Ernie O'Donnell.
Yeah.
What's up, fellas?
What's up?
Thank you guys for making the trek from Leonardo, New Jersey.
Yeah, Middletown.
Yeah,
Up the Jersey Turnpike.
Sweet.
Fuck Garfield. Should have took the Parkway, but whatever.
Oh yeah. Perfect. Lovely Garfield, New Jersey. Rainy
night.
Garfield, New Jersey. We got Marvin Perdomo on the boards. How could I forget? And a big thank you to all the subscribers. And a round of applause for all the subscribers. We're over 152,000 on YouTube. Yes, Sirski. So love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for blowing up the pod on the shorts on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all that good stuff. Twitter, X, whatever. But you guys are here. We're not going to talk about Elon Musk. We're going to talk about what lives here. What lives here from the mind of Troy Burbank. Round of applause for this guy one more time.
The mind, yes. The beautiful mind.
What little he has.
Exactly. It's beautiful.
So what lives here? You directed it. You've got some other films that under your belt. Gone for the Weekend, on our own, as well as Garage Sale.
Right.
What number film is this? Full feature length is this for you?
This is my third feature.
Okay.
I think. Let me see.
You would know.
Yeah, it's my third feature. Yes.
Nice.
Yes. My third. and probably the best one yet. Yeah.
Sweet.
Hey, don't forget, you're one of the stars of the movie too.
Oh,
I mean, you know, you
Thank
gotta,
you. Thank you.
You
Thank
go,
you.
boy.
you know, you can't leave yourself out. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because I would say we're all equally, you know,
tied into it.
I would equally, you know, the stars. I would say because we're all on, you know, on screen as much as one. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I would say there's a lot of stars.
Oh, absolutely. A lot of star power.
There
in the
is,
building.
yes.
Well, I just wanted. Did anybody get a trailer? Because I didn't get no fucking just something. It's just, you know,
He didn't get an airtime in the trailer.
Stars supposed to get some trailers and shit. I didn't get nothing.
Oh, you mean a trailer? Okay. I was gonna say you can share my water. So I mean,
The trailer was at the beginning of this episode. Ernie feels some type of way about it, but Ernie's already a superstar, so he doesn't need a trailer. Obviously. Mr. Jersey Girl over here, Mr. Clerks over here, Mr. Chasing Amy, Mr. Dogma over here. Round of applause for this guy. Round of applause for this guy. You've got a bunch of films under your belt, Ernie. What was it? How many times have you worked with Troy? And how different was this film than the other heavy hitters that you've been a part of in your illustrious career?
How many have I worked with you so far? Let's see. Well, shit. Two
gone for the weekend, right?
2 features. First feature I started in was just a cameo because it was kind of a last minute thing. Was Gone for the Weekend, which is really cool. Then we did On Our Own, which is a 6-episode episodic, which is on Tubi and Plex and Apple Play, right?
Light flex over here.
Yeah. And then we did a short called Wasted Blind, which is actually out right now.
You know, it's funny that if we didn't have this horror coming out right now, I would have been all over this and I just kind of let it slip to the wayside for a little bit.
Yeah, my big dramatic role, we just let it slide to the wayside.
Because I'm focusing on this, but yeah, I mean it's a good one though. It's on I can't remember the name of it now. Freevee or something like that.
Freevee, is that it?
Yeah,
Freevee.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, that is.
Yes.
Okay, nice.
So that one's a good one. It already did a great job in that. And you should really see that one. That's the best drama. I think that's the only drama you've done, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, the short that I did myself, I don't know if I'd consider that a drama.
Oh, yeah.
I did something called.
I
wrote, directed, starred in a short called The Seventh Day, which is kind of like a drama thriller.
Yeah.
Right?
I would say that's it. Yeah, I forgot about that one. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I hooked up with Troy years ago at a comedy roast for Brian O'Halloran.
Nice.
And then he rolled up on me at the event and asked if I'd be interested in maybe doing some parts or some work in some of his stuff. And I knew the name of Burbank because they're like fucking rabbits in Leonardo and Philip, you know.
Love it.
But no, it was good. It was we connected instantly. You know, the good thing about Troy, he's no bullshit.
Yeah. I remember like the video, subscribe to the channel. I remember when I got the first shout out to Christian Cortez, my homie. I worked with him on The Out. He did the sound, and he was a AD or PD. I don't know what the terminology is for it. He worked on The Out with me and Chris Abalo, my guy, and he calls me. I'm at home editing actually an episode of this show here. He's like, "Yeah, dude, is it okay? Somebody wants your phone number."
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
that definitely sounds like him the way he says it too.
He's like, yeah, some guy saw you in The Out. They kind of want to, I love the music. They saw you in The Out and, they want to offer you a role. You want me to give them your number? I was like, okay, cool. And then I remember I was on the phone. You guys were, I think I was on the phone with you, Troy, and Ernie was in the back. And, I was on the phone with Ernie.
Ernie called. We were on speaker in his office.
That's
yes.
Right.
Yeah. And then, you're just like, yeah. Ernie's just like, let me do my best Ernie. He's just like, yeah, we're going to send you a script. If you want to do it, you can do it. I don't really give a shit. So just get back to us when you can. And yeah. And then then a couple days later, same tone. He's like, yeah, so you read the script. I mean, you want to do it or not? I mean, yeah. And I was like, yeah, I read the script. It was funny. I'm in. And that's literally how it went. And when I met you in person, it matched.
Well, yeah. I mean, and the cool thing is that I saw your performance in the Out because of my Smart Castle Film
Yes,
Festival.
yes. Round of applause. Smart Castle Film Festival.
Right. So that was the movie that you were in.
Yes, yes.
So then Troy told me, he was looking for some new guys to put in the movie, and I said, well, I saw this guy that might fit the role. And then didn't I show you I showed you.
Yeah,
the short, right?
well, that's what he said. I said, listen, I'm looking be blunt. I'm looking for a black guy. I need a black guy for this part. And I'm like, we had a couple other people. They were good, but they, whatever. It didn't work out with them, whatever. And we just kept looking, and he's like, Christian got this kid, and he showed me. And I was like, yeah. I said, he's good. I like him. And that's when he said, let me get his number, and he called you. So that's how it really went down. Yeah.
Yeah, so you owe me, motherfucker.
Here's some Dom DeMarcos. Dom DeMarcos. You love to see it. You love to see it. Yeah, I mean, so what about the performance of, because you got once again, round of applause for Chris Abalo and the Out. What I will say about that, we shot that in a day. You guys know the backstory of it, and it was literally 14 pages. He drops on my lap. He's like, "Yeah, can you get this in a couple months or whatnot?" And I was like, "Yeah, I think I can." What about the performance stood out versus the other people that you had seen? And you were thinking about
as far as you,
yeah.
I think for your character, you're a little more playful. You know what I mean? Like more kind of upbeat and playful. Instead, the other character was the other guy. He was like a serious type of. I don't think he could have brought the personality to that character.
Yeah.
I mean, listen. If I had to use him, it was last resort. He would have had to do. And we could have just worked with him on set and try to bring different stuff out. But I would say you opposed to him was, like I said, you were more, I'd say, a friendlier type of demeanor. You know what I mean? So.
Okay.
That's where I'd say on that one, you know what I mean, where you stood out different from him.
Nice. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. We do Unfiltered Authentic Conversations on here. It's on the merch. On my first day of filming, my first scene was with you, Ernie. We were in the car together.
That's right.
With no heat.
I know.
Outside of Troy's house. And I was nervous as shit. I was. I mean, I hide things well,
Right.
Talk to my therapist, you know what I'm saying? But what I will say is you were a great scene partner.
Thank you.
I knew that you were a pro's pro from obviously what Chris told me about you, and I asked around about, this Ernie guy. Is that there? Yeah. Oh yeah.
Do a little background check on him.
I have a degree in journalism is what I do. And I remember you knew what you wanted to do. But you just did a good job of just, being ready and just being on go. And my thing was like, all right, I got to match that. The first time, those first few hours of us in the car doing that scene, what do you remember from that?
Honestly, I could sense that you were a little, I don't want to say scared, but you were definitely nervous. Because you were a little rigid in the beginning.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So that's why I was playing with you a little bit. I like to, mess around with you to loosen you up.
Yeah.
And then, once you kind of warmed up, then I kind of saw you. Because when you first got in the car, you were just, I think you might have been a little, I don't want to use the word intimidated, but not by me, but by, I think, just the whole concept of the scene.
Yeah.
The cameras
100%.
are on you. We're outside.
Freezing.
Freezing.
Yeah, and cold, too.
Right,
Yeah.
and cold.
Yeah.
And, you didn't really know what to expect.
Right.
I mean, I could have been an asshole.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
You weren't.
Right, thank you.
Wow.
But,
Maybe not some other people.
I don't know about that.
Some other people, right. But I think once we went through it a couple times, I think I want to believe at least I made you feel comfortable.
You did.
Yeah.
You provided just a real safe, you got this. Yeah,
because we're there to have fun.
Right.
Me and Troy say it all the time. We're making movies. We're like little kids. So,
yeah.
We're supposed to have fun.
Right.
I mean, obviously there's money on the line and there's a lot of people, doing things. So you don't want to mess around too much.
Yeah.
Because, that can cost money.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, you got to be loose and have fun. And I think, after the first, maybe 10, 15 minutes it probably took, I'd say.
Yeah,
right?
For sure.
You probably started loosening up. And then further down the line into the production, you could see where you were kind of getting into your groove and stuff like that, and starting to mess around with the other characters. And messing with the other guys.
It's a great cast. It's a great cast.
Yeah,
and
no, it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate that. Man. Appreciate that. Troy.
Well, listen, for you, I mean, listen, your
for it.
part was awesome, dude. When,
Thank you.
At that bar,
Yes.
when you were there, I'm like, man, this dude just rolled off without even, I'm like, Phil. Phil's like, holy shit, dude. Can you believe he just did? I'm like,
keep those Ric Flairs coming.
I mean, listen, it blew me away, man.
Yeah, we got flare drops, baby.
Nice.
Definitely blew me away. It was very good. Very good.
Thank you. That was, so my scene partner there was Kelly.
No, Carrie?
Carrie. I keep saying Kelly.
I know. Carrie. She was good too, man.
Yeah,
Carrie's
she was.
awesome.
Carrie McGann, I believe.
McGann.
Yes.
McGann.
Round of applause for Carrie. Carrie. She was awesome.
Yeah.
And we that was the last thing we filmed that night. In a very long,
very late, or whatever,
or early.
Yeah,
I think we started at 7 p.m. We wrapped around 3 or 4 in the morning, something like that.
Yeah, you got, and then we had Ernie's and Jeff's scene still. So I think we got finished at 5:30, right, Ernie?
Yes,
5:30.
Literally 7 p.m.
And then
to
we
5
had to clean up after that. So I think we got it there like 6:30 maybe, I think it was, in the morning.
Yeah,
it was nuts, but it was worth it because you only have one shot at that.
Right.
So and it's kind of stinks because you have to, realistically that should have been like easily a 2-day shoot.
Yeah,
no problem. You know what I mean? Could have even been 3 if you had the money. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you didn't, and we had to get it done. So I mean, it's not the first time we've done that before. The one scene Ernie was in and Gone for the Weekend, where we started at 7 in the morning, and we got done at 12:30 at night. So that's just because you got the locations only used for that one time, and if you don't do it, there's no coming back tomorrow.
Yeah.
So you have no choice but to hustle through it.
It's DIY. It's indie filmmaking at its finest.
It is. Yeah.
Do you notice the pattern? I'm going to tell you a pattern.
Go for it.
here.
Go for it.
There's a pattern here, and then Troy, this is Troy's fault.
Could be.
Please.
He's talking about this shooting 10, 12 hours, long hours into the day. And he brings me on set. Let's submit it, Troy. I'm fucking pro here. Okay? Fucking VIP pro. And he's like, all right, you're good. We'll take care of your scene. You knock it out and quick when you get you out of here. But he always saves my scene for the end.
That's on purpose. I think it's on purpose.
I saved the best for last. Dude.
Always
you don't
at the
understand
end.
that.
And I'm with Jeff. I bang my scene out. Boom. What was it, like 5 minutes? Done. All right, Ern, you can go. Yeah, it's 5:30 in the morning. I've been here since 7. Why couldn't I go first and go home?
No, you wouldn't want to do. What are you going to do at home by yourself? You better be with everybody.
It's because he loves you.
I like the one and done. You know how I roll.
Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Again, I'm here with the director and creator of What Lives Here, Troy Burbank, and one of the stars, Ernie O'Donnell, and myself, U-Goboy. Hey, how you guys doing? So let's talk about Smodcastle. Let's talk about Kevin Smith. Round of applause again. This guy's friends with everybody. You and Kev went to high school together, I believe. Or Grammar school together. You've known Kevin for a while. And I'm guessing you've run into Kevin once or twice.
Well, I know. I mean, Kevin grew up with I just know him as, I guess, 21 years old when he started working at the Quick Stop in Leonardo, which is the town store that is in my town.
Light Flex.
Right. So, but Ernie knows him since, little kids playing in the sandbox, I guess.
That's right. OLPH, Our Lady of Perpetual Help, Highlands, New Jersey, represent.
Gotta represent the set one time. So Ric Flair on the drops, of course. Give me a couple more woos. Keep those coming. Smodcastle Cinemas. How did you end up there? How did you end up there and the festival with Kevin? Walk me through the birth of that. You guys are going into year 3, I believe.
Yeah.
Walk me through that whole situation.
So, for years, Kevin's been trying to find something for me to do as like a steady job to get out of construction. We actually didn't know what it was. I work with him a little bit here and there in the movies and stuff like that. But he's like, yeah, we got to do something. We got to do something. He finally said to me one day, he's like, hey, I'm thinking of bringing the Smodcastle back. I'm like, the Smodcastle? He's like, yeah, remember I used to have the Smodcastle in Hollywood? the John Levitt studio, and that was like 10 years ago. It only lasted for like a year. He's like, I want to bring that whole thing back, and maybe you could run it. He's like, maybe we'll do it at by the Quick Stop. Because he called me one day. He's like, I want you to meet me at the Quick Stop, because he was in town. And I was like, yeah. So we went there for a couple hours, chopped it up. And he's like, yeah, I want to take this end space and make it into a podcast studio, live, venue, like a black box theater, 50-seater. I was like, all right. I was like, I don't think that's something I'm going to retire on.
Right.
So I can't leave construction for that, but I'm in, because I didn't know where it was going to go.
Mm-hmm.
I said, my part of it was to build the place and to run it.
Feel the dreams.
Right.
If you build it, they will come.
Right.
For sure.
And then Kevin's part was the entertainment. He'd bring, all the talent and all the stuff that comes with it. And then Rajiv, who is the son of the owners, the toppers of the Quick Stop, he would supply us with the space.
Right.
So that's what we did. We had it for about a year, maybe a year and a half, somewhere around there. It was doing okay. We weren't making tons of money, but I built the whole place during COVID by myself.
Light flex.
Yeah.
Flex.
Yeah. So then something happened where Kevin started a deal where he was going to buy the Quick Stop, the business. That kind of was not on shaky ground. It wasn't happening. In the meantime, I'm doing Wasted Blind with Troy in Leonardo. And Jeff Swanton, who we've worked with before, who's one of the main stars of What Lives Here.
Yeah.
Me and him were talking on set. He came to visit set because his daughter was in the movie also. He had mentioned to me about, hey, blah, blah, blah. We started talking about the theater in Atlantic Highlands. That, hey, do you know that the theater is back up for sale? I was like, well, I thought this guy Tony's running it. And come to find out that Tony was running it. This guy, Tony Zertucci, as Atlantic Movie House, was doing okay, but not great. But Fred Rass decided that he wanted to sell it. I heard that. I called Kevin. I said, Kev, the movie theater is back up for sale. Now, originally, when we took over the studio, meaning the original Smodcastle in Leonardo, me and him both said, wouldn't it have been nice to have bought the movie theater? But it was for sale, then Tony took it over and it wasn't for sale anymore. Now it came back again.
Mm-hmm.
And now Kevin had this influx of money for the Quick Stop. That deal fell through with his partner Ashley, who's now one of our owners in the studio or in the theater. So I just gave him the whole thing and told him, and he's like, you know what, let's go for it. So I got me, him, Jeff, and Ashley all teamed up, put a package together, and bought the theater.
Round of applause. Round of applause. Money moves over here. It's Fat Joe. Yesterday's price. It's not today's price.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
It's not. It's not.
So we want to buy him both buildings because he was selling them as a package deal, the theater and the retail office space next to it.
Nice.
Which is great. But as we all know, movie business is in the shitter.
Yeah. Streaming. You can thank the streaming sites and social media for that.
Yeah,
but
they're killing the small movie house, even the big ones.
Yeah,
a lot of big ones are.
AMC is feeling it.
Yeah,
they're feeling it. It's going to turn into a novelty thing like drive-in movies pretty soon. That's what I've been saying for years.
Yeah. So
you know what
I mean, the lifeblood of our theaters is Kevin doing his live shows he does every month. He brings celebrities in. Hosting premieres and events like Troy's. Troy's been at the theater multiple times with his movies. I mean, he's very supportive of the theater, not just when we owned it, but when in the past, because it's his local hometown theater. Even though he's from Leonardo, that's his closest theater.
Yeah.
So he brings all his stuff there, and of course, I'm embracing that too.
Yeah.
And it's not just him. We bring everybody there. Any independent filmmaker that wants to come there, we're going to do it. I mean, it's just great. That made me think of, well, a lot of these film festivals in the area are kind of, a lot of politics.
Yeah.
Red tape, all that kind of stuff. They're not really, they say they're true independent filmmaker festivals, but I've been to a bunch of them. They are to a degree, but not, grassroots kind of.
Yeah, like the authentic thing.
Exactly.
Right.
kind of like what the Spirit Awards were originally.
Yeah.
They were a true independent award show. Now they're not. They're totally different. So that was the concept of, I was like, I want to start a festival for the independents. And that's what we did. I started the Smodcastle Film Festival 3 years ago. We're going through our third year. We just opened up submissions on Monday. And we've already got over 50 submissions already. We'll probably wind up probably in the neighborhood of 500 to 600 when it's done, which is great. I love it. I love getting the independent guys together. And the good thing is it's all about networking.
Yeah, no, 100%.
And you get to see all these great independent
100%.
actors. We showed Wasted Blind there last year. It was great. And seeing your movie and getting you involved, that's how it all, this is how it works.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
We're sitting here because of that.
We're sitting here because of the festival.
absolutely.
You're sitting here, you're involved in his projects because of that festival.
Yes, round of applause. Round of applause.
Yeah.
I mean, it's needed. It's needed. I mean, networking is the backbone of really my life and my life's work. Me and any enterprise, whether it's been music or acting or podcasting or whatnot, I'm a mover and a shaker. Like, I want to go to events. I want to meet people. I want to exchange business cards. I want to network because, again, you never know what that conversation. I have no idea who the person I just met just now, who they have access to.
Exactly.
No idea.
You don't. You don't. I mean, Troy started this whole ball rolling by approaching me at the bar. I didn't know who the fuck he was.
That's a savage
No clue
right there.
who he was.
Savage.
I knew the name,
Right.
like the family name. I didn't know him though.
Right.
And he's like, this guy, he's my kind of guy, and I think maybe we could do something together. And he straight up came up to me, and we hit it off instantly.
Yes.
I mean, it was like, right, dude. It was like we
It
knew.
was like love at first sight.
Yeah, it was.
You love to see it.
I kept rubbing
Diamonds are forever.
You know?
Diamonds are forever.
I kept rubbing his knee and shit. Getting a rise out of him.
Hearts were popping up over our heads and shit.
It's like the Tom and Jerry cartoons, hard eyes, all that. I love it. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Again, we are here with the creator and director of What Lives Here, Troy Burbank, and one of the stars, Ernie O'Donnell. And
Ernie's also a producer too.
And he's a producer as well. Wait, Dom DeMarco for that. I did not know that. He's in the credits. Hells yeah. So
Well, I'll say that. I'll make a quick statement. It's there. Woo! So, people got to realize that I went. Not to say that I've done a lot of big, huge shit, but I went.
You have.
I went
Like
from
Flex.
doing a major studio picture, like 4:30 movie, which was great. I was an executive producer on it. Had a great time, right? But then right after that, literally, I went into What Lives Here.
Right.
Which is down and dirty, low budget, independent.
DIY.
Right? DIY.
Yep.
And I had just as good of a time doing that as I did as the other one.
Agreed.
Because, the passion is there on Troy's films.
Facts. Big facts.
And my craft service is probably a lot better. Cookies and,
Italian
bag of
food.
chips from Costco.
Italian food from Robbie. Shout out Robbie.
I'm kind of easy. You stuff a couple cookies in front of my face, I'm good to go.
Good to go. Good to go.
Give me
Good
that
to
and a
go.
coffee, I'm all right. But yeah, I mean, to be able to, it just shows, of what he puts together for the independents that, to make them feel comfortable and to be excited about doing a project, that he and he's, the good thing is that when he sets his mind to do something, he's going to do it.
Yeah.
He doesn't care. I'm going to get it done. If you can't help me, I'm going to figure out some way to help me. And that's, that's why I love anything he wants. He knows anything I can get or do for him, I'll do. But,
yeah, that's a savage. Lord.
But yeah, I mean, we mentioned it. We've said this a lot. That is, if this is not something you're passionate about, or something that you believe in, then you shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah, 100%.
That's the only way you move forward.
No, 100. Honestly, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I mean, the thing with I remember, again, taking it back to the Out, when Chris Abalo approached me, it was the night we met in person for the first time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were going out for sushi with Marv and a bunch of the podcasters that are here at Bravery Studios, live from Garfield, New Jersey, and we're getting sushi. I'm sitting next to Chris, and then that night or the next night after, he sends me a text. He's like, "Yeah, bro. I mean, I'm working on this indie script real quick. I mean, can I send it to you and tell me what you think? And it's like a legit 14 pages, and it's no action, straight dialogue, straight diner scene from Reservoir Dogs. And he's just like, yeah, you think you got this? You think you wanna be a part of this? And again, but that doesn't happen if I turn down Marv. Marv asked me to go for sushi after recording an episode. I'm like, nah, I want to go home and start editing. Like, no, I was like, yeah, let me meet some other podcasters. Let me put myself out there. You never know.
That's right.
And
if that didn't happen, we wouldn't be here. And
butterfly effect.
The whole thing.
Full butterfly effect.
Yeah. There's no doubt. Absolutely. Yeah.
So yeah, like the video, subscribe to the channel.
That's how it was meant to be, though. So
yes,
that's how
100%.
That's I believe in that. If shit happens, it's meant for a reason.
Yes.
To happen. So, which is good. Yeah. It's a great thing.
Absolutely. Again, like the video, subscribe to the channel. So let's talk about the house, the haunted house in like that place gave me the creeps at night. Like we did day shoots there. And I remember that we did the night shoot, my last night of filming, and I'm just looking around like, okay, this feels like I Know What You Did Last Summer, The Shining combined. I was just like, this is creepy. How did you settle on the house? How did you pull that off? What did you pull some strings? Give us the backstory of the house, the location.
A house, I mean, it's been there forever, right? So as you know, living in Leonardo, I'm always in Atlantic, so I know the house. I used to take my my oldest son there. They used to have a Halloween thing. You walk through the house, the basement. You go, a little creepy back then. So I'd always take him. But fast forward, never thought about anything. And then 1 year ago, Super Bowl Sunday. Saturday before the Super Bowl. Excuse me. My wife and I would go to the Harborside, which is the bar in Atlantic Highlands. It's a restaurant bar. Packed night. We walk through the side door, and a bunch of people at the bar. And I knew Mike and a couple other people, and this lady Pat that way. She's like, "Oh, hey Troy, how you doing?" It's like, "Hey Pat," she's like, "When you gonna film? When you gonna film a movie at the Strauss Mansion?" I said, "I never thought about it, because I really never did. You know what I mean?
It never crossed your mind.
Never thought, because I never thought I can get something like that, because it would be out of my league. You know what I mean? Because I wouldn't be able to afford it. And I was like, first of all, I said, I don't know anybody that can get me in there and have any connections with anybody. I'm sure if I dug, I could, but it just still wasn't entering my mind. You know what I mean? She's like, "Oh, I run it." I'm like, "Really?" I said, "Let me know when you're available. I'll come in," because I haven't been in there probably 10 to 15 years. You know what I mean? Through the whole thing. She's like, "How about tomorrow?" I'm like, "Tomorrow, Super Bowl Sunday tomorrow." She's like, "I don't care. You want?" Long story short, my wife and I, we go up to the house, and we're walking around. She goes, "Yeah, I want to wait here. You go do what she's been through it a million times. You know what I mean?" So we're walking upstairs, and all these rooms. I'm like, wow, this is like, and everything is there.
Yeah.
Every prop, we had to bring a few things in, but so I went downstairs and said, "Listen, I'll give you a number that I think that I can afford. If you think it's good, you bring it back to the board and see if they'll let it go. Let us film here." I said, because if they do, then I'll write a script for the house, or else I'm not going to bother.
Yeah.
There's no sense of writing a script for the house if I can't.
And you
afford
can't
it.
get the house right. That
So
makes sense. Yeah.
I give her the number. She calls me back like an hour later. "Yeah, you got it." And I was like, and I didn't think. I just threw this number. I didn't think for 1 minute that she's gonna be like, "Nah, sorry, we can't help you out." Blah blah blah. Okay, I'm like, all right, let me start writing the script, and that's really how. Just throwing it out there. This is what I can afford, because they wanted like $500 a day. I said, it's no way I can even come close to affording that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I threw this crazy number out. They took it, because now in hindsight, why would they not? Because they're not making any money there at that time of year anyway.
Yeah.
So
with COVID and so forth. Yeah.
Well, no, COVID was. I'm just saying, COVID was over, so that wasn't playing a factor. Just saying, because they're closed that time of year.
Oh, you're right. They're not in business.
They're not operate. Usually because it's Saturdays, Sundays they do stuff, but that time of year they closed. You know what I mean? For like a month or something, or 2 months or whatever it was. I like I said, I never thought that they would even accept what the offer I proposed to them, and they did, and the rest is history. So and you couldn't ask for like a better group of people. You know what I mean? Like they kind of gave me the free reign of the whole place. You know what I mean? Like, here you go, just because I'm going to respect the place, because I live in the town, and people, you start disrespect the place. They're like, oh, don't let that Burbank dude film in your place because he'll screw shit up. You know what I mean? So, they come there, let me in, and they were like, all right, we'll stay for a little while. Then they were like, because after a while, listen, sitting around watching, it gets fun for a little bit, and then I had enough of this. You know what I mean? So they're like, just get, set the alarm and leave. So we did that through the whole 10 days, and it was great. And they said we can use every prop that was in that place.
And it's a lot of them.
And I'll tell you, and we did. And we used every prop that was there.
Shout out to the Strauss Mansion. The Strauss Mansion in Leonardo?
Atlantic Highlands.
Atlantic Highlands, New Jersey. It was, I'll put it in the captions.
Yeah, so that was the great part. I said, can I use, she's like, you can use everything you can, anything you want, you can use. So that's what I'm saying. I went through 3 or 4 times in the middle of writing the script, through the summer, and all right, we got this carriage here. Let's write this in there. We got that. Blah, blah, blah. The wheelchairs. I remember up in the closet in the attic. The wheelchair. The old. From what were they from? Like the 40s,
maybe
30s.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we didn't. We had to bring 2 props in. The floor, the kitchen, little piece of linoleum in the kitchen, and the rug. In the foyer.
Yeah, okay.
Without giving anything away.
Right.
You know what rug I'm talking about,
yes, I
right?
do.
So 2 things. That's the only thing we had to bring in.
Yeah.
And that was just not to damage the floors.
Right.
And that's the only reason why.
Yes. Well, the rug was, but the kitchen was. They had the old indoor-outdoor carpet, the orange stuff from 1980.
Oh wow.
When they filmed
that's
Don't Go in the House, that rug was there. That's what I was told. And we just couldn't, the blood and stuff that we needed for that particular scene in Ernie, in the scene falling, whatever, you know what I'm saying? We had to have something different than that rug there. That's the only reason I brought that piece of linoleum in for that. But like Ernie said, the main rug in the foyer, we needed that for blood-wise, so we didn't ruin the rug, you know what I mean? I mean, the floor. Yeah. So that's not bad, bringing 2 pieces of props. I mean, everything else was right at our fingertips.
I was a stunt man, too.
Yeah. Great location, though. You couldn't ask.
I did stunts.
I did not know that.
Yes.
When did
Oh, you know what? I forgot to put that in the credits.
You should put that in credits.
I didn't get my
stunt coordinator. Listen, it's not too late. I mean, we didn't have a final cut yet.
I didn't get credit for doing stunts.
Take that up with Mark. Shout out to Mark.
I want more cheddar.
Yeah, Mark Frada, boy, he's the best. He's awesome.
He's the goat.
He really is.
The Belichick sweater, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to Mark. Love you, dog. All right. Once again, like the video, subscribe to the channel. In terms of independent film, why is it? We touched on it a bit earlier with Smodcastle's inception. Why is it so important to continue to make independent films? And what exactly are you trying to do with What Lives Here when it is released and disseminated, hopefully to a bunch of festivals, this year?
For me, for independent, it just gives people, really, it gives them hope to do what they love to do. You know what I mean? Because if you don't have independent filmmakers doing their thing, what do you have? The studio stuff, and everybody obviously is not going to be able to do a studio film.
Yeah.
So it gives us an outlet to do, bring our things to life. You know what I mean? With a lower budget, and you just hope down the road your budget can pick up. You know what I mean? That you can pay people more and have more help, just all around the film set. You know what I mean? So that for me is the best thing for independent. And as far as the movie, I put it in a bunch of film festivals, and we're gonna go do that circuit first and see what happens, and take it from there. Hopefully, get some movie theater time.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just gonna play it out and see what happens, and obviously go to streaming when the time comes, So that's basically what we're gonna do with it. But the film festivals, if you get the ones I entered in, I think it was like the 4 big ones, the Fantasia one in Canada, right?
Canada, right? I think so.
And then they have Crimson. That's in South Carolina. It's a big one. Chicago Film Festival, horror film. That's another big one. And then they have the Scream Fest, right? That's the big one in LA. That's like one of the, probably they say it's like the granddaddy of
yeah,
horror.
I've definitely heard of that one.
So it would be great getting accepted into that. That would be a big head start for us if we can just get our foot in the door there. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens with that. You know, a lot of that stuff is, you know, if you have a great film, it's a lot of politics involved there too. So who knows? You know, we'll find out.
Ernie, same question in terms of independent film. How important is?
I mean, listen, I was talking to Troy on the way up here when we were driving, and you know, now that I own a movie theater and I program movies,
Light flex.
Yeah, with friends, I should say. It's kind of depressing what's coming out of the studios. I mean, they spend all these millions and millions,
hundreds of millions
of dollars.
Goodness.
And the stuff that they put out is just so much. I mean, I hate it. It's just garbage. It's just they're regurgitating the same old thing
the
over
remakes.
Yeah,
the remake,
the remix, the reboot, the redis, and it just. I mean, it's the independent filmmaker is so refreshing.
Yes.
And listen, we all know that. Listen, hey, it's not the highest quality. It's not top of the level, but once in a while, you'll come across some independent filmmakers that blow your mind away. And it's like, this is what you're looking for. This is what needs to be out there. You know, you keep watching and keep letting these independent filmmakers make their things. It could be good. It could be bad. It could be awesome. It really doesn't matter. Just keep making something because eventually you're going to hit. And that's what we want. We want originality.
Yeah.
And some interesting material. And that's coming out of the independent filmmakers. It's not coming out of the studios. I mean, there was hundreds of films that came out last year? And I could maybe count 6 that were good or decent. That was like, oh, that was a good film. The rest of them are just like, they're not that good.
It's funny. I just watched Zone of Interest. And again, it was basically like the remix of Schindler's List. And I get it. The Holocaust was horrible. So was slavery. All right. You know,
it's from a different perspective.
Yes,
though.
which was different.
Right.
Which is different. But still the same. It's still a remix. However you slice it, it's still a remix. And I remember I watched it today. I'm watching this and I was like, okay, this was well shot and this is crazy and this is wonky. But I'm just thinking to myself, I know a bunch of independent filmmakers. And this is Oscar quality. Yeah. This is the standard, and this is critically acclaimed. And I get it, but it's still a remix. I want something original. I want something that's that's different, that's fresh. And sitting at Smodcastle the first time, I wasn't just excited for the obviously the film I was in, but I sat through a couple blocks.
It's amazing what's being put out.
Incredible.
Right?
Animated
really
stuff
to
live stuff, to special effects stuff. There's so much talent, untapped talent in the filmmaking world, and it's everything.
And well, here's the thing, though, regarding film festivals, which I think is kind of bullshit. The film festivals are supposed to be aimed towards the independent filmmaker, right?
Right.
The studio gets first dibs at everything.
Right.
They bring all their stuff in there, and then you, me, Ernie, we submit something. They're like, nope, no room for you because we have this $10 million movie up against. You know, to me, I think it's bullshit. Yeah. It should be for the independent filmmakers.
DIY
film festivals. Yeah, that's it.
Right. DIY should come. Yeah, DIY should come before the dollars.
Yes, absolutely.
100%. That's with music. That's with podcasting. Right. That's with film. That's just me. I'm getting on my soapbox. I know. Give me a couple Ric Flairs. All right. Yeah. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? Diamonds are forever. You know
Limousine driving. See it.
Yes, you talking to?
So that's bullshit in that perspective like that. It's just not right.
No.
You know, it's supposed to be for us, to show our work.
Mm-hmm.
And then studios are bringing in there, and it's like, I get it. You're schmoozing and doing this and all that, but I just think it should be for the true independent.
It's a platform. It's a platform for the independents to actually get their work
100%.
out.
And these mergers that are going on with all these streaming services, it's not helping.
No.
Because again, what it is okay, you're consolidating it and you're making it easier. But now the brass ring becomes even smaller because you got this great show over here made by somebody like our level, and you've got this other one whose uncle knows somebody who could just drop them $10 million and make a B grade show that's kind of funny. the kind of funny's always going to win because it's capitalism.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just what it is. So DIY or Die. Shout out my boy Brian Walker. You know what I mean? He has a song out called DIY or Die.
Nice.
He performed it on this very couch. But we're going to do one more segment, and then we're going to wrap with some rapid fire questions. You know, rapid fire is on the way. Ernie, so it's funny. When I remember I went to Shared University podcast studio in Homedale, and I was there with Chris Avallo, my main man, and there's a big poster of Dogma. There's I think there's a poster of Clerks in there too. Right. Do you how, looking back in hindsight, again, those are 90s cult classics. Right. Looking back on it now in 2024, are you proud of what those films, Dogma, Clerks, have aged and become in the lexicon for really all ages, moving forward? Or do you kind of look at it like, yeah, that's something I did when I was younger and it was cool, but,
Well, it's beyond, listen, it's beyond cool. Nobody ever expected Clerks to have the longevity as it has. it's 30 years this October. And people are still talking about it.
Round of applause. Round of applause for this guy.
And we're still showing it at the theater, and people are still coming. We're selling out. They're all over the con circuit. It's amazing what that film has done, and it surprised me totally with that. So I love it. I can't ever get enough of it. The small part that I had in it, but as far as Dogma goes, that's most of the Kevin Smith View Askew fans love Dogma.
I watched it on VHS.
If
I can age myself for a bit.
Right. It's and you can't, it's hard to get a copy of Dogma too.
Yeah.
It's that is, like you said before, the brass string to find that copy of Dogma.
Right.
We didn't have one at the theater for the longest time. Kevin didn't have one until somebody actually gave us a Blu-ray that we downloaded. Now we have it on a hard drive.
Nice.
But Dogma was probably one of the coolest things I've ever done, and will never forget that movie, even though Kevin cut me out of it. I'm in the extended edition, but I got to do a scene with George Carlin in that movie.
Light flex. Give me 10 Ric Flairs, man. George Carlin. What are you doing? What are you talking about here?
But that, and when you get cut out of a movie, it's like, oh, that sucks, But the experience, you can't take the experience.
Cannot, no.
You can't take it away.
No, absolutely not.
And to be on that set was just incredible. And anything that he keeps me a part of. Listen, when I was younger, I was like, well, why can't I have more of it?
Yeah.
And that goes to him and me both, because one, I was full-time in the trades doing construction, not dedicating enough time. He was out there and doing his thing.
Yeah.
So I'd be in and out. I couldn't fully commit. So, but now is, it's come full circle.
Absolutely.
So now it's, now it's the time where it's like, okay, I'm in my later years, and I'm going to chill now and enjoy making movies with him and owning a movie theater and doing Smodcastle. So it all worked out at the end of the day. So anything that I did in the past, I remember everything.
Yeah.
I really do. And it may be cliche, but I really wouldn't change anything, because like Troy said before, things are meant to be.
Absolutely. Round of applause. Round of applause.
Honestly, we probably wouldn't have hooked up if things went differently.
No, butterfly effect. I keep saying it. Like every event is meticulously placed in place for things to happen the way they're supposed to.
It's funny that if you didn't have the roast of O'Halloran,
you guys don't meet probably.
You probably don't really, if you think about it.
We don't meet.
Maybe in passing.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know where that would have lined up.
Yeah, it's every little thing. You just touch one moment or one time, and it
throws.
You may not see. For example, obviously I'm going to see you again, but there may have been a moment where I gave you this, got you this role, and then I never saw you again. Right.
Yeah.
But the point is, we met, hooked up because of something. You got something and moved forward because of the connections that we made through independent film.
100%.
That's the point that people got to remember. That as little as that moment is in this industry, embrace it and be happy for it. Because you don't know what it's going to turn into a year down the road, 10 years down the road. So always be happy for what you got and don't, dismiss it. Because it may take a while, as I know, but eventually you're going to get there and you're going to get to your happy place and, be really comfortable. So that's why I just love this whole industry, man. It's and the friends that I work with. Just,
Get those Ric Flairs going. Get them going. Love you, Rick. My viewers know this, and I talk to my friends' ears off all the time. I've met the man. He's awesome.
You've met Rick?
I've met Rick. I've met Slick Rick. I was at St. Benedict's in high school. His son was wrestling at the time, and he gave me an autograph and everything. Guy's a huge head.
I've met so many wrestlers in my life. Because I've been a fan since I've been a little kid.
Oh, same.
Since Asbury. Well,
I met this guy.
I'm a lot older than you.
Yeah, you are. You got me.
I started meeting him at Asbury Park Convention Hall.
Oh man,
got to see Andre the Giant.
Man, when I think of Asbury Park, I think of Bam Bam Bigelow. He's from there. Rest in peace.
Used to be a roofer. Bam Bam Bigelow.
No way.
Yes.
Yeah, he was construction.
Yeah, he was construction.
No way.
He's actually from Neptune.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
God rest
he
his
passed
soul.
away, right?
Yeah. God rest his soul, man. But yeah, Bam Bam. You guys knew Bam Bam?
Man. It's funny. It's funny that you said this. My brother Glenn, his ex-wife's father, they're bikers, and they all hung out with Bam Bam.
Yeah.
That's how that
He was
rolled.
a nice guy.
Yeah.
He was a
Jersey
nice
guy.
Yeah.
Through and through.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Bam Bam Bigelow.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna end here with Rapid Fire on the Spot. This episode of Rapid Fire on the Spot is brought to you by What Lives Here.
Yeah.
All right, the premiere will be April 6th at Smodcastle Cinema. We'll all be there, and then we'll be drinking afterward in excess.
Well, me and you might be.
Yeah.
But he won't.
We'll get him a seltzer.
Yeah.
Thank you. Cherry on top, please.
Yes, as well as the U-Goboy Podcast, as well as Yo BTV Sports, streaming on all digital platforms wherever you get your podcast, as well as Bravery Studios. Yes.
And actually, tickets are still available.
Yes. Yes.
Eventbrite.com. Go in there. Search the name of the movie, What Lives Here, and they're going quick.
The link will be in the bio. The link will be in the bio, as well as when I drop the shorts for the clips of this episode, I'm gonna have the trailer and the link for the tickets every time I drop them. So you guys. Come on, man. Free promotion. It's the best. So, are you guys ready for Rapid Fire? Are you ready? This is happening. This is happening. All right, so let's ride. What is your favorite word? We got to be quick. What's your favorite word, both of you guys?
Mine's fuck.
That's the number one trending. Ernie. He's like, he stole mine.
No.
I know what it is. Let's see if how good I know this guy.
I don't know. There's a few of them, but I do say it a lot. Suck it. I like,
Degeneration X.
Yeah.
Break it down.
I like it to say suck it, but there is a few, but suck it's a good one.
Shout out to Triple H. Shout out to Shawn Michaels.
That's right.
Shout out to DX. Road Dogg, badass. All you guys. What is your least favorite word? Real quick.
I don't know. I don't think moist.
He's the first man. Wait, go tight on me. The first man to say that. That's the number one trending.
That's fucked up.
I'm just saying. He's the number one trending with female guests. I'm just saying. It's the number one trending with female guests. Cancel me all you want. Go ahead, Ernie.
I don't know who's driving home with you.
Me and you, baby.
Yeah.
Ernie, your least favorite word?
Can't.
That's number one up there. Marvin's loving this behind the glass. In your group of friends, are you the one that's always late or the one that everyone brings their problems to?
I would say both, to be honest with you. I'm always late.
You are.
I am really. And people always, for some reason, tell me their problems.
Heavy as the head. Ernie?
Well, yes. I get a lot of problems sent my way. I wear a lot of crowns with the Smodcastle cinemas, but
heavy as the head.
Yes, it's a lot of problems.
I love it. Let's keep it going. What is the best piece of advice you ever received, Mr. Burbank?
I would say probably. I know it sounds a little rocky, but never give up and keep going for what you want. That I have to say that would probably be the best advice, and I kind of live by it. Really, what's the worst that can happen, right? You don't get what you want, but you got to keep trying.
Absolutely, Ernie.
My brother always told this to me, and I didn't really understand it until I got, a little older. But he said, just always keep moving forward.
That's one of my favorites right there. Give me a Ric Flair for that. Love you, Rick. Love you, Rick. Favorite snack?
Oh, well, they used to be devil dogs. I'm going to have to say, I don't like them anymore because I lost the taste for them. But I'd say probably chocolate chip cookies.
How you lose Okay, Ernie. Losing the taste for cookies?
Fucking moist fucking cookies. Jesus Christ. Well, I am a snack connoisseur.
As am I.
So I have way too many. But one of my favorites, in which I indulge when I play poker all the time, is a good pack of nibs.
Nibs.
Made by Twizzlers.
Taking it back.
Nibs.
Really?
Yes.
Those are classics right there.
Yes.
Here we go. Favorite movie?
Favorite movie? I'd probably have to say, I have a few, but I would say The Outsiders is probably one of my favorite movies, yeah.
Nice. Ernie?
I think if everybody knows you, my ultimate movie is probably The Blues Brothers.
Oh my God, yes. Dom DeMarco, Ric Flair, whatever. Love it. That's in my top 5 forever. Favorite director?
Listen, I like
so.
Quentin Tarantino. I do. Yeah. I like his stuff too. Mm-hmm. I'd say he's probably one of them. I mean, I don't really have a favorite.
Okay.
I think I'm my favorite.
Hey, Dom DeMarco. Shit. Love it. Light flex right there. Ernie?
I'm going to base it on the track record and the amount of movies that he's made that you just can't live without, or that are so iconic. And it's the man, Steven Spielberg.
Hey.
I mean, obviously there's different genres and different things, and there's other directors that I fucking love. I mean, Scorsese's amazing.
Of course.
But you got to give it to the man himself. I mean,
he's goated.
John Carpenter's another one.
Well, yeah, but
you know what I mean, because I'm a big Halloween fan. So I would say John Carpenter and Quentin Tarantino. They're probably the ones I watch more of. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's your choice.
It's hard to pick.
Yeah.
That's why we do the game.
Yeah. If you had to live on an island and pick one director,
right,
it would be Spielberg.
Okay. I like that. That. All right. Almost done here. Celebrity crush growing up.
It was I can't remember her name.
You remember what movie or TV show?
She was on Baywatch.
Pam.
Oh my
Pam
God.
Anderson?
Pamela
No.
Anderson?
Nicole Eckert.
Nicole Eckert. Wow.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I loved her.
That works.
Loved her back.
You could
in the
be
day.
her David Hasselhoff. All right, continue.
I'm going to age myself.
You've done that the entire time, and I'm okay with that.
And I'm going to base this on the first poster of a woman that I put on my wall.
Oh boy, I know who it is,
and it's Farrah Fawcett.
I knew
you're not the first person who's done that, and that's okay.
That's where it all starts there.
You're not the first person to do that.
Really,
she's actually very popular.
It starts there. I mean, obviously, there's others that are like, oh my goodness, but
all right.
She's hot though.
Got to wrap here. We're wrapping soon. What actor would play you in a biopic? Your biopic. Who plays you?
Oh,
who plays Troy Burbank? Who plays Ernie O'Donnell?
That's a very good. I couldn't even begin to even.
First one that comes to your eye.
I can't even answer.
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive? Dead or alive?
I mean,
age doesn't matter.
Age does not matter. This is your biopic.
I can't even answer that. I can't even answer that.
Okay.
That stumped me. That one. I would never answer that.
Ernie?
Christian Slater.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
I already see it.
No
like
doubt.
You guys are.
No doubt. Yes.
I see it. You guys are already related. Favorite Sopranos character. You have to. You're from Jersey. You're Jersey native. You have to.
I mean,
oh God, you are embarrassing me.
I would probably say, little Steven.
Sylvia.
Yeah. He just had that look. You know
Steve
what I mean?
Van Zandt, we love you. We love you, Steve.
The hair.
Yeah, I like Steven. Yeah. I'm not gonna say James Gandolfini.
He's mine by default. Ernie.
James is a goat. I fucking love him. I've worked
Facts.
with him a few
Rest
times.
in peace, buddy.
Yes.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
And I've worked on The Sopranos. And
Light flex.
They, they're all great. But if you're gonna pick one character that's just like, it's Paulie Walnut.
I love it. Get the bells going.
Come on, man. You gotta love Paulie Walnuts.
I couldn't stand him. He
oh my god,
aggravated the shit out of me.
Give me a ketchup pack.
Mix it with the relish.
Yes.
Between the Pine Barrels is legendary. All right, and rest in peace, Paulie. And last but not least, we're gonna wrap here. What is one job you think you would be good at if you weren't a director and if you weren't a movie maker yourself as well?
Oh, a job that I would be good at?
Yes, if you weren't doing what you're doing now.
I mean, there's a lot. I mean, I could be a good cop, fireman. I mean, I could be a lot of good things.
I could have used you earlier. Sweet, awesome. Ernie.
I'd probably be a good. I'd probably be a good salesman.
Yes, you would. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got salesman face.
Yeah, I'm good with people.
And you talk with your hands too. So
Yeah. I can talk with anybody and be in a room with anybody. You know, I don't care if you're a multimillionaire or if you're a peon. I can.
He said peon.
I can flex at every level. You know.
That was rapid fire. Round of applause. Round of applause. Thank you guys so much for coming on the show. Once again, the link will be below for What Lives Here. We'll all be at the premiere. You guys should be as well. Link below to grab tickets. That's your camera right there. Where can people find you, or what do you want to plug?
You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and just like I said, get these tickets for What Lives Here because you're really gonna like the movie because it's that good.
Sweet, Ernie.
I'm always at Smodcastle Cinemas. That's where I'm at.
He
You
lives
want
there.
me?
He lives
Come get me. You want to do a show there? Come get me. Anything you want to do, I'm there.
Sweet. And last but not least, you guys know the vibes. 2 YouTube channels, U-Goboy88, that's for the music. U-Goboy Media, that's for the podcast. Full episodes, u-goboy.com, the mothership. Go stream U-Goboy Music, now streaming on all digital platforms. I got a new song and video on the way, Run It Up. Gonna drop that sometime in April or May, I don't know yet. But go stream the song, go stream the music. One more time, round of applause for these guys right here. What Lives Here?
Yeah, it's gonna be good, baby. Yeah.
Awesome. Bravery Studios, we love you. And we're going to sign off like this. That's the belt right there. That's the other belt. That's Troy. He's got good hair. That's Ernie. He's got immaculate hair. I'm U-Goboy. We love you guys. Yahtzee.
I don't care about the top 10, the top 5, or who the best is. Money straight, my fam straight. I'm George straight, that's Texas. Angel wings on a Lambo. Praise the Lord, that's a blessing. Bentley truck like Lex Luger. Yeah, nigga, I'm flexing. Richard Sherman, I back it up. And your mama, I stack it up. Hey, Poppy, yo, Gotti. Swear to God, I rack it up. Still Jersey, that's all day.
You go, boy.
Yahtzee.